Hi, we're Thomas and Stefan from PSYCHONAUT and we are here to answer your questions. Let's go!
Oké, is goed. Ça va. What is your favorite song or favorite riff to play from Unfold the Godman?
Ooh. I think I have to go for All I Saw as a Huge Monkey. It's the first song on the record. And it's filled with riffs upon riffs upon riffs. And it's, it's not easy to play live, but I really like it.
Yeah, I agree. I think I'd probably choose that song as well. Maybe the favorite riff on its own will be the middle riff for Nothing Is Conscienceless. I think it's about 8 or 9 minutes somewhere into the song. But the song as a whole, then yeah, the first song, All I Saw Is a Huge Monkey. Awesome. Favorite album from 2019? Have to say Snarky Puppy's album, Immigrants. Completely different than what we do, but I love their music and I love how free they are with their expression and just fantastic musicians and songwriters.
I'm a sucker for the Belgian scene as well, so actually I really, I love the album Nest from Brutus.
Yeah.
And another band, Balthazar, with their record called Fever. So Balthazar, Brutus, check them out, both Belgian bands.
Great, great.
What bass gear do I use? Okay, I'm playing on a Fender guitar. It's a P-bass. It's a Fender Precision black top. I like the power of my bass, and I'm running it through an Ampeg 8x10. It's a famous cabinet called The Fridge. It's really heavy though.
It's fucking heavy, yeah. It sucks.
The guys hate me for this one, but yeah, okay. It's the coolest sound. I'm running it also through an Ampeg head, SVT Classic. And further on I got some pedals as well. I got a tuner, of course, a Boss tuner. Then an EBS multi-compressor. Then I'm running it through my MXR. It's a bass DI. Really love the color switch on this one. I'm cutting my bass and my treble as well, and I'm boosting my mids. And then I got a Dark Loss pedal as well. It's an overdrive, the B3K. It's a classic one, but I still love it. Further on, I got a Super Octave. I stole it from Stefan.
He did, yes. Almost all of his pedals were stolen from me.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm the only one allowed to.
Yeah. Don't steal my pedals. Next is, what is the best gig you've ever watched and the best gig you've ever played?
Mm-hmm.
Best gig I've ever seen was definitely David Gilmour, Suikerrock 2016. Best gig we played was probably Roadkill Festival at Waarschot. I don't know why, but just seemed like the best performance of last year, I think.
Yeah, it was a good vibe. The audience went wild as well.
Yeah, I loved it.
It was cool. For me, the best gig ever witnessed, I think I have to say Rage Against the Machine. I saw them in Brussels in 2008. When I walked out, I was like sweating as hell. It was fucked up. Everybody just went into a shower, I guess. We were all soaked, and then went into the metro and back home. So I'm really glad they're rejoining forces.
Definitely,
and,
this year.
Best gig was also a gig from last summer. It was the Alcatraz Festival in Kortrijk.
That was great as well.
Yeah.
Loved it.
You have to check it out. The lineup always mint.
Fantastic festival.
Yeah.
If you could go back in time to play another instrument, which instrument would you play? You go first.
Okay. Well, I remember listening to Smashing Pumpkins, and later on also Nirvana. I'm a big Nirvana fan.
Yeah.
And especially also Dave Grohl, and when he was behind his drums, it's like an animal. Also Queens of the Stone Age, the record they recorded with Dave Grohl, Songs for the Deaf. I think it's crazy, so I would definitely choose the drums. Yep.
Yeah, I think I would too, probably. Yeah, it's just the most fun instrument, I think. It's just... Yeah, you get to go crazy and it's a really physical instrument as well. You're not just standing still and just focusing all the time. It's really using all of your body parts.
Right, when are you coming to the States is the next question, Stefan.
When are we? Yes, when are we?
I guess with the new record coming up, Unfold the God-Man, we would like to play in Germany.
Yeah, it starts in
especially,
Germany.
and also in the rest of Europe, Eastern Europe. UK as well.
All of Eastern Europe, basically.
Yeah.
So I just think we're starting in Europe, basically. Yeah, but
it's
who
cheaper
knows?
as well for a band.
Yeah.
So you have to know United States. I think it's really
ridiculous because you have to rent all the gear that you're gonna use, except for the guitars, and it's just so expensive. So don't know if it will happen this year, but I hope so. Maybe
we would like to come ASAP, but
definitely, soon as we can.
Yeah.
Do you already have a crew of roadies and backline techs? Yes, we do. We have the best crew in the world, I think.
No, we have to say we really know our crew for since a long time, and they're really the greatest guys to be around with. Yeah. And
most of them have been with us since I think the first or second year that we started, and we got to know a few new people last year as well. But it's like a really tight family thing, and it's really cool to have them around with us if it's possible. Then
What bands are you listening to most right now? Right now, I'm thinking of Lich and Potamus, two befriended bands.
From Mechelen, also from Belgium.
Yeah, really cool. Have to check them out.
Definitely do. Yeah, they're both. Lich has released their debut album online, and Potamus is releasing next year, I think, or maybe at the end of this year. Check them out. And the new Steak album is fantastic. The new Guru Guru album as well is really cool. Just came out.
It's all Belgian stuff, actually.
Yeah, it's a lot of Belgium stuff, actually. Yeah. And for the rest, I think I'm still discovering the new Tool album still.
Yeah.
And just the classics like Zeppelin and Black Sabbath always come back, and Deep Purple and Pink Floyd, and that's kind of daily for me.
Yeah, of course. There are also some really fine Pelagic bands like The Ocean and Herod as well.
Is insane. They blew us away when they opened for The Ocean. Herod, if you don't know them.
Next question is about the Mechelen scene, I guess.
Yeah, how did it shape you, form you? What did you learn from it, basically?
For those who don't know us, we live in Mechelen. It's in Belgium. It's a town between Antwerp and Brussels. And actually there are some pretty cool bands.
Yeah, like the ones we mentioned, like Lich and Potamus. Also Kiaran, who mixed and recorded our album Unfold the God-Man. I play with him as well in a band called Hippotractor. And we've just known this group of, I think, 10, 12 musicians for so long. I mean, some of us took guitar lessons like 10 years ago, and we just kept playing music. And when we had our previous band, we were already jamming together and just getting to know each other and talking about music all the time. And so it's kind of nice to be influenced by your best friends also on a musical level. And I don't really know how we would sound if that didn't happen. So it's been really great. Everybody
went in a different direction, you know. It's from gent to post to experimental sludge,
stoner and whatever. And
it's so cool. Everybody found his own way, and it's really cool to see those bands blend together, but also walking their own paths. And it's really cool. Where do we see ourselves in 5 years?
5 years.
Oh, probably a bit older, a longer mustache, and on the same chair in 5 years.
I hope we're still playing music. Can't imagine not playing music. So let's just hope we're playing some bigger stages and maybe releasing some new albums.
We got this bucket list, but it changes every year. And
we just want to play as much as we can, cool festivals, and just visit people all over the world and play our music for them, and
challenge ourselves in writing new music and practicing. Practicing in 5 years. Still practicing. Always practicing.
That's true, So what is your job next to Psychonaut, and how hard is it to combine it with playing music?
Well, we're both teachers.
Sorry.
So we have a lot of holidays.
We have 3.5 months of holiday every year. So I think with any different job, this would be almost impossible, I think. At least to achieve what we're trying to achieve. But
we think.
But it's kind of cool because it's also an inspiring job, because you get to work with young people and you get to talk a lot and have really deep conversations and meet new people all the time.
Yeah.
So it definitely inspires the music as well.
Yeah, as a teacher in religion for myself, it's really interesting to see the different beliefs. It's a mixed public, so I have Muslims, Buddhists, Catholics, and I take pieces and bits of every story and I blend it into my own story actually. It's really interesting.
And Peter, our drummer, is owner of a packaging-free supermarket basically here in Mechelen, which is really cool. And then Harm, the drummer we're playing with right now in 2020, he studied drums at PXL Music and now he's studying studio technician, I think it's called.
Yeah.
So
Sound
he's still
engineer.
studying, sound engineer probably. Yeah.
Re-release 24 trips around the sun on vinyl. Okay, so it's not a question, it's an order this time. Okay, let's do it.
2024.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
10 years after the release, that would be cool. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Favorite artist all time?
Led Zeppelin.
Short answer. Led Zeppelin for you.
Just the 4 best musicians in the world, or favorite musicians.
Okay, then I go for the 3 coolest musicians. I really like Nirvana. Have you ever thought about a second guitarist? Ooh, guess this one's for you, Stefan.
We have. I think we've definitely thought about it a few times, but in a way, I think it's good to have limitations, and I think just because of the fact that we don't have a really, really full live sound with stereo guitars, I think that has forced us to just make more interesting songs and to just focus on the music and not really on the sound, because we know we're never gonna sound as full as a band with 4, 5, 6 musicians. So in a way that was a challenge to just make sure that our songs had enough variation and contrast, and I think in that way it kind of helped us. But if we ever were to take a second guitarist, it would probably be Gyaran, who recorded and mixed our album, and we've asked him a few times to play live synthesizer with us on stage. And I think that's the most important thing. If there was ever a 4th member in the band, then he would have to, or she would have to be able to play more than one instrument. It would be someone that just took care of whatever was needed, like John Paul Jones from Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
What are the benefits of tracking inside a church besides reverb?
It's a devout environment, and you know there's something special going on. A church has something on its own. It's
good energy.
Yeah, good energy. That's it.